What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another new Disney Plus movie review. Today's review is going to be for the newest film released on Disney Plus today, that is Artemis Fowl. This movie's directed by Kenneth Branagh, out of all people. This is the third Disney movie Kenneth Branagh's directed. He did Thor and Cinderella, the live-action one. And the cast of this movie includes Colin Farrell, Judi Dench, and Josh Gad as a dwarf? If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. So Artemis Fowl has finally been released. This movie has been in production hell. It was supposed to come out, I believe, last year, but then they delayed it. They had to do like reshoots or something like that. And then, of course, this whole pandemic started, and Disney was scrambling their debts around this movie. And so they decided, all right, let's dump it on Disney Plus. So what's the plot to this movie? Artemis is trying to save his father, who's this big mastermind criminal, and he has to try to fight off some people, some fairies, and try to save his dad and save the world, basically. I know nothing about Artemis Fowl at all, didn't read the books that this movie was based on, and just don't know anything about the character really, or the whole fantasy elements that this movie presents. Out of all like the Disney live action remakes that have come out over the recent years, many of them have been really bad, but some have been surprisingly good in my opinion, like Guy Ritchie's Aladdin remake and Jon Favreau's Jungle Book remake. But after the Lion King remake and the Dumbo remake, I was just fed up with all these live action Disney remakes, really not adding anything original or unique to the genre. And then this movie comes out, know nothing about it, so maybe it could be good.
You serious?
Yeah, there's a reason why they dumped this movie on Disney Plus. It is really, really, really bad. This movie has a $125 million budget. My goodness, like what a waste of money on this movie. You could have had a really high potential, real sleeper hit for Disney live action remakes, but man, there is just no care, no passion put into this movie at all. There's really no positives with this movie besides the beautiful colors and cinematography in it. Like any of the Disney live action remakes, one of the many positives is the cinematography in them. And the cinematography here is no different. There's some cool visual work, a lot of cool color designs that the movie presents. The costumes kind of match their personalities and whatever they're doing in the movie, like the fairies are wearing green and the bad guys or the criminal masterminds are wearing black. Like it kind of fits their personalities. Yeah, that's the only positive I have with this movie. So now let's talk about why Artemis Fowl might be the worst film I've seen this year so far. The performances, even from some really good actors and actresses in here, are just awful. Cordia Shaw, I've never heard of this kid before. This is his first movie, I believe. If you look up on IMDb, he is terrible in this movie. And there's a really good reason why. Because of the script, the direction given in this movie by Kenneth Branagh, out of all people, just nothing this kid gives, no personality, no motivation or character development, just made me care about this kid. And it's really bad to see because especially for a kid's first movie, I don't like to crap on kids in their first performances. Colin Farrell, one of the most underrated actors working today, is terrible in this movie. His character, the father, is like this really CEO kind of character who kind of is like a criminal at the same time, just is really wooden. Every character in this movie is just wooden. Judi Dench is wooden. Josh Gad as this dwarf who looks like Hagrid is really boring and dull. His character is the narrator throughout the whole entire movie. It's nothing but exposition. The whole narration is nothing but exposition. And narration is supposed to be exposition, but at least make it interesting and entertaining. He's just talking the whole movie like, Artemis Fowl, do not overlook this kid. He has special powers. He's a mastermind. He's coming for you. Like, that's the whole movie. And it's Josh Gad, too. He sounds really stupid, but it's so dull. Kenneth Branagh, it seemed like he really had no time or like effort to try to put something into this movie. It just seemed like Disney said, all right, let's make this Artemis Fowl movie. You only got this amount of months to make it. And I don't know, Kenneth Branagh is a much better director than this, and it just doesn't feel at all like a Kenneth Branagh movie, just how the movie's paced and just directed. Before we give you guys my final overall thoughts on the new Disney Plus film, Artemis Fowl, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on this movie, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button, because I do tons of movie reviews on this channel, new and old ones. I do rankings, I do Blu-ray updates every single month. I also have a podcast called the Fallen for Film Podcast, where me and my co-host Colin Williams dive into all the newest trends in movie news and do all sorts of movie related content. And the best thing is I do this on a weekly basis. Artemis Fowl is a letdown. This is a really, really bad movie with terrible characters, terrible writing, boring storytelling, no personality, no entertainment, and just a flop of a movie. This movie is the definition of a flop, and I will not be surprised if this movie is not one of the top 5 most watched streaming service movies this weekend. This is terrible. You know what's coming. Artemis Fowl gets an F. There you have it, guys. That was my thoughts on the new Disney Plus movie, Artemis Fowl. I wish I could be much more positive on this movie, but I gotta be honest with you guys and say that this movie's really bad. Don't waste your time on this movie. Go watch the newest other movies out this weekend, like The King of Staten Island and Spike Lee's The Five Bloods. Those reviews coming very soon, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!